At the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, it's Murray. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Cardinals had 5 and 9 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Murray. Out to his left. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A nice gain of 21 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Arizona. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing Jones. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Play fake. Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point on the throw by Myers. And that makes makes the score 14-7. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles.
It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now Jones. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the 6.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
53 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Murray off play action. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Jones throw into the hands of Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they in nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jones now on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. There he goes left side, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and it ultimately could wind up costing the ball game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On first down, Jones. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Jones. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Jones. And it's caught. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Jones throwing on 4th down. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. First down, Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 30 yards. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll try and run it here. Plenty of scoring here of late, but our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown to the other end, so they knew they were getting short. They had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we said, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
What are y'all doing?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Murray going to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a give here to Pollard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Shotgun now from Murray. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Run for Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here's Pollard again. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now here's Pollard. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Cardinals win.